Alright, so Operation John Deere starts today. We're going to see if we can get this thing running again. It's been a while since I started it. I put 2 gallons of oil in it, put some gas in the tank, checked the coolant. Looks like everything's all set. We're going to see if she'll fire up here. Alright, so take her cover off our exhaust. Turn the gas on. About half choke. Give it just a little bit of throttle. Remember, this is hand start, so you gotta open your pit cocks on your cylinders for your compression relief. We're in neutral. Clutch lever is back. Roll it through a couple times. Try a little more choke, maybe. Usually it starts by now. I'm gonna be careful not to flood it though. These are really easy to flood. Oh, there we go. Huh. Let me keep playing with it. Yeah, this plug's pretty wet, pretty fouled looking. So I'm gonna try to blow it out a little bit and see if that'll help us a little bit. Well, we got it down here from the barn to the driveway. Now we can get it jacked up and get some front tires on it, get the oil leak fixed and some other stuff. The main project for right now is we're gonna try to get these tires changed. I got us a set of cheap Amazon 616s. We're gonna see what we can get done here. On a side note, we're gonna talk about this jack for a second. So my grandpa's grandpa, no, I think I've got that wrong. My grandpa's great-grandpa worked on the railroad, and allegedly this jack has been around since then. This is a very large jack, let's say, but it's been in this barn for as far back as anybody can remember. It's a Duff, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It doesn't have a ton rating on it, or it's been worn off. I have another one very similar to it that's a 40-ton jack. I've never found anything you could even come close to not picking up with it. I've picked up whole pickup trucks, tractors, everything. And like I said, it looks like it's been underground for a million years, but works like a charm. So if you ever need a really heavy-duty jack, pick one of these up. I highly recommend it. One down, at least one off. Old tube. That tire has definitely seen better days. Rim's not in too bad shape. Got kind of a ding there. Well, got a couple 100 dozen dings. Sitting a show tractor, I'm not really worried about it. She's pretty much straight. Runs pretty true. It's not like we're going 100 miles an hour, so I think this will be all right. Another thing you want to check while you're here, wheel bearings are very, very loose, so we're gonna have that apart too here in a second. Round 2 down. Now just for reassembly. This one's much tighter in the wheel bearing department. I can't feel any slop at all. Front end's not too loose, honestly. Oh, the jack just fell over. Anyway, not too loose, considering. I don't know how many hours this tractor's had. I know it hasn't run very much in the last, like 40 years or so, judging by what the guy I got it from said, but yet here we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get a couple tires on it. One down. I may have picked a slightly too large size. Just a little bit. There we go. We got 2 tires on it. Now we're gonna work on tightening this up. So we're gonna take all 3 of these bolts out right here, and then we're gonna pop that cap off, and there should be a nut in there we can tighten up. Can't believe this, it leaked on my brand new tire. Anyway, this is what happens when you don't grease your wheel bearings in 75 years. It's kind of a gelatinous mass now. So all the liquid ran out of the grease and turned it solid. So I'm gonna try to scrape this crud out of here and see about getting those out of there and either repacking them or something. I didn't bring any grease and don't have a gasket for this hub, and I may have to just do what I can and come back at a later date. Guys, the truth is always better than fiction. You can't make this stuff up. That's either a nail or a piece of really thick fence wire instead of a cotter pin. But it took a lot of brake clean to get that out of there. Yeah, so I think that's a piece of fence wire. She's pretty beat up, but pretty sure that's fence. So now it looks like, now that we got that out of there, it looks like we got a clamp nut here, or a pinch nut, whatever, bolt, pinch bolt, there we go. We're gonna loosen that, and then this should just thread in and tighten this up. We may go ahead and take the wheel off just to see what it looks like in there. All better. She's all tight. Spins good. So I really need to take it back apart and change the wheel seals on both of them, pack the other side. But for now, this one will survive for a while, and we can play around with it a little bit. It won't hurt anything. There it is. Got our new tires on. It took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Not too bad considering we had to go through the wheel bearing on that side and all that, and get it down here and get it started and all that. So I call that a win. Well, we're 75% of the way there. Got the fronts on it, and we got one steel on the back. It actually looks like it's gonna work out pretty well. I thought those front tires would be too big, but it looks like they'll be pretty close. So anyway, there we are. I'm gonna be calling it quits pretty soon this evening, but we'll definitely get on this again here in a little bit.